Kravings Food Adventures. I'm Ahmed, and today we're making lasagna. Now this is my version of lasagna. This is definitely not your Nona's lasagna. I used to make this recipe pretty much once a week when my kids were little, but I haven't made it in a very long time. Recently, I thought about resurrecting the recipe. I tried it for my son with a little bit of an update, and he absolutely loved it, so I decided to make this for you today. Instead of spinach, I'm going to be using kale, and it's absolutely delicious. Before I go any further with this recipe, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and share my channel with your family and friends. And do ring the bell, that's YouTube's bell icon that will notify you every time I upload a new video. Now let's get cooking. This is not your Nona's lasagna. In a pot, heat up some oil and saute 1 cup of diced onions. I'm just going to allow these to sweat before adding 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Mix this in, and I'm going to cook off that raw garlic flavor. Add in 2 pounds of ground meat. I'm using beef today, but you can also use lamb, pork, or even chicken. Break this up so the meat gets a chance to infuse with the onions and the garlic and cook faster. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of cumin powder, and I'm going to mix this in. After a few minutes, you will notice liquid coming out of the meat. Keep stirring to break up the lumps. If you have homemade tomato sauce, it would be a great chance to use it here. I'm just using 680 ml of bottled sauce. I'm going to mix this in well, and I'm also going to add 200 ml of water into my jar to catch all of that residual sauce. And I'm going to add that in as well. Finally, I'm going to throw in some fresh basil. This is the last of the basil left on my plant from the summer, and I'm really sad to use up the last of it. Instead of basil, you can use any other herbs of your choice. Put a lid on this for 2 minutes and allow it to simmer. This is totally optional, but I love to add 2 tablespoons of hot sauce for a little kick. And now for the fun part. I have a shallow rectangular oven-proof dish here. I'm going to roughly divide my sauce into 3 parts, with the first part being less than the other 2. I'm going to start with this portion and cover the base. I'm using dried lasagna sheets here. These are the express variety that cook much faster than the regular kind and do not have to be pre-cooked. If you can't find this version, just half cook your sheets in boiling water before use. You can also add fresh pasta. I'm going to trim the sheet to fit the awkward gaps. And then I'm going to cover it with the second portion of the sauce. It's important that your sauce is not too thick and dry, as the liquid is needed to cook the pasta. I'm going to add about 10 to 12 leaves of baby kale. In the past, I've added spinach, but kale is all the rage now. I'm going to top this with a half to 3/4 cup of shredded cheese. I'm just using a cheddar mozzarella combo. Add another layer of lasagna noodles. And the last of the sauce. Another 10 to 12 leaves of baby kale. And yet another 1/2 to 3/4 cup of shredded cheese. I'm going to stick this uncovered in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, this lasagna is ready to eat. Thank you so much for joining me in Cravings Food Adventures. I really hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for lasagna. You can make this during the week or even take it to a potluck. It's pretty much pack and go. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys. Do share my channel as well as my videos with your family and friends. Be sure to ring the bell so you're notified every time I publish a new video. And make sure you're also checking out all of my recipes on cravingsfoodadventures.com and follow me on all of my social channels. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, do take care.